How is everyone doing? Another live session, the first one actually for April, and we are already running live. So let me just send a quick message to the free Telegram channel. All right, all the links are gonna be down below this video, below the stream in the description box. So make sure to go and check them out if this is your first time on this channel. There's going to be a link for our free Telegram, right? Very valuable information in there. For our website as well, we've got blog articles, everything that you need to start learning Forex. Or if you are already going through the journey, there's even more information that you can find to help you. But anyways, let me just quickly grab the link for the stream. Obviously, just like every other time, we're gonna check out the majors, euro dollar, pound dollar, um, also the yen cross pairs, and of course gold. And we may have some trading opportunities as we speak. So here it is. Just quickly gonna grab the link for you guys right here. Okay. Quick message on X as well. Anybody that's on Twitter, make sure to follow us at Trendline Forex. We've got the blue tick, so you can't get it wrong. Here we go. All right, not much going on at the moment, so that's why I'm allowing myself a couple of minutes before we start. Okay. All right, all right. Just gonna give it a few more minutes. So hopefully more people will join the stream. And then we're gonna proceed with euro dollar and pound dollar first. And of course, for those of you watching, if you currently have any setups or maybe even any trades open, let us know in the comment section. All right, we're gonna check them out. Oh, there is a new icon on Trading View. Haven't seen this one before. I think that feature was on here, but with a different icon. Anyways, like I said, if you guys currently have any setups or any trades that you're looking to either enter or maybe you're already in a trade, you can share them with us, write them down in the comment section. Or actually, what you can do as well is, let me post a link right here. You can go on Telegram and you can send some screenshots over to myself. Then I'm gonna pull them up on the screen, and we're gonna check them out all together. But anyways, let me just have a look at the dollar index first. I want to see what the dollar index is doing. Yeah, not that much momentum to be honest. Okay, so what do we got here? Oh my god, excuse me. Now, for those of you who watched the live sessions last week, I haven't changed my opinion. I'm still looking for a bullish continuation here on the majors, which is mainly in this case euro dollar and pound dollar. All right, obviously, this is the watch list that I have for the live sessions, and this is mainly because I'm looking for potential opportunities on the lower time frames. So when you do that, there's not that much of a point to look at 20 different instruments. However, I've got a much larger watch list for the premium Telegram channel where each and every morning I'm sending out daily updates, right, on all those instruments. Okay, that includes even Bitcoin, Ethereum, Pound Australian, Euro Australian, and so on and so on. However, with the live sessions, I'm mainly focusing on Euro dollar and Pound dollar, and maybe gold, when it comes to the major instruments. So since I have bullish bias and I can already see that the 15-minute time frame is actually showing me higher highs and higher lows, I would actually expect for price to continue to the upside, maybe not even break below this low. But even if it does, by the way, I'm still not going to switch my bias because overall this is the low that I need to worry about. All right, so as long as we don't break below that, we're technically about to form a higher low. So, anyways, you know, looking at current price action, we do have some structure right here. Okay, this is, I would say, quite a strong level, especially here on the 1 hour time frame. We can see price has tested this level right here, right here. Then we've got a test here and even right here as well. So pretty decent level that could potentially send the market back to the upside. Okay, and so the 15-minute time frame is kind of showing me some indecision right now. Okay, we've got the previous low right here. Are we going to be able to break above, this structure and then continue higher? I think so. If you are more conservative, you can wait for price to break above this previous high. Once it does, you can then look for break and retest. Okay, if you're not struggling with patience, then this would be a good day trading setup here for you on euro dollar, right? But like I said, overall, I am only looking for buying opportunities and I don't want to sell in this market, obviously. Um, so yes, on the 15-minute time frame, looking for potential entries right around current price levels, maybe even slightly lower, right? Now, there's something else. We can easily take out this low and then reverse right around here, okay? So it doesn't mean the setup isn't valid if we break below that, but it means that you've got to wait with your entries. Now moving on to pound dollar, where we usually have a stronger momentum. So if we see that euro dollar and pound dollar are bullish, that probably means pound dollar, will most likely make a much bigger move, or it will make a move quicker than euro dollar. So for me, that means I'm probably not gonna see a break below this low. Okay, so that means anywhere above this low is where I'm gonna be looking for that reversal to happen. Again, the same thing, just like with euro dollar. If you want a more conservative setup, well, then you're going to be looking for price to break above this previous high and then continue higher. Of course, you guys let me know in the comment section, what do you think? Are these valid setups for you? And are you actually bullish on the majors? Because I feel like some people are looking to, potentially short right here, but you shouldn't be looking at this price action only. You have to, look at the bigger picture. So, anyways, When it comes to targets, you know, if you're looking for entries on the 15-minute time frame, you're not going to be looking for targets on the 4-hour chart. I mean, you can do, but first of all, it's going to be very, very difficult to hold on for, you know, in a trade for so long. And also, not many times price will give you that 1 to 7, 1 to 8, 1 to 10 setups. All right, so looking for 1 to 2, 1 to 3 kind of makes sense. But anyways, it's never a fixed target or a fixed stop loss. All right, people got to understand that you have to work with structure. So if let's say you enter a trade right here and you're looking for to enter the long trade, you know, you could look for take profit here, could also look for take profit here at those previous highs. Anyways, there's definitely potential to the upside for those of you looking to enter a long trade here on the majors. Okay. So let me check it out. We're going to move on in just a second. We're going to have a look at gold. So what do we got on gold? Let's check out the 1 hour time frame. Now, obviously, we've got a strong continuation here. Um, the thing is, a couple of hours ago, we had this drop. Now, this may be enough of a pullback for gold in order to continue higher. You have to keep that in mind, all right? Because we pretty much came back to test this previous structure, and you know, this is what gold has been doing in the past months, right? So we see the continuation to the upside, pullback, another continuation, a little bit of a pullback. Again, just a little bit of a pullback, and then we've got the continuation. So look at the current price action. It looks like this is what we're doing right now. Okay, so you have to keep in mind. I feel like at some point we're most likely going to see a little bit of a deeper pullback to, let's say, around 3,050. Okay, now the thing with gold is when it's trending, it is kind of an easy instrument to trade because it goes into those really strong trends where, you know, within this type of market, you know, the only thing you should be doing is obviously buying gold, looking for buying opportunities. But at some point, there's going to be a deeper pullback, and that's what happens every time. And if you keep buying while the market is actually in that pullback phase, you basically erase all of the profits that you've made in the move before that. And in order for this to not happen, of course, you want to see confirmation before you enter a trade. You don't want to just enter blindly based on what you think the market is gonna do. So even if you're a more aggressive trader, there's still a way to avoid this. All right. So what am I saying? Now, if let's say you are expecting just a bit of a pullback and not actually a deeper pullback, and let's say price gives you the entry model that you're looking for, so right within, you know, this area right here, you want to enter a buy trade. Now, if it takes you out and it creates lower structure, that means you should probably wait. Okay. So, anyways, the thing is that if you're looking for day trading opportunities, I feel like, you know, we're going to see that continuation to the upside. So that means you can drop down to a lower time frame if you are trading the lower time frames, and you can wait for the market to kind of give you a reversal so you can then look for buying opportunities. Okay. But if we see a continuation of this pullback right here, then let's say price goes a little bit lower, we don't enter just because we have, let's say, a test of previous structure, but then we have to wait for a higher structure in order to enter a trade. All right. So this is pretty much what I'm personally looking for whenever I'm not sure whether I should enter or I shouldn't. Okay. But anyways, if we look at the 5 to 15-minute time frame, we could potentially start another bullish move from current price levels. So keep that in mind, okay? And always be smart with your risk. This is obviously very, very important. Okay. give me a second. All right, so what else we got? So we did euro dollar, we did pound dollar, we did gold, and we're gonna move on to euro yen and pound yen. So I do have a long bias here as well, but the thing is, before we see that continuation to the upside, I'm not sure whether there isn't going to be another pullback actually. All right, so what I'm trying to say is that we've got some equal structure right here, okay? And in order for the market to create another move to the upside, and we're talking about a swing move, all right, not just 10, 20, 30 pips, but we're talking about a move that's going to be able to break above major high. In order for the market to be able to do that, to have enough volume, it will most likely take out some previous structure where we will have a lot of pending orders or a lot of stop loss orders. And so this is something that I talk about in our smart money course, but I've also talked about and covered this topic in another in other YouTube videos here on our YouTube channel. So you can check them out. I think the video was called liquidity. But since we have equal structure, that means we have a lot of pending orders sitting just down here below that equal structure. And so if the market drops down here, takes out those orders, it will gather enough momentum to actually push back to the upside. So, this is what puts me off from looking for entries right now on the yen cross pairs. It doesn't mean I'm not going to be looking to buy once we do that, but I really want to see price action coming a little bit lower, taking out all that structure right here, and then going back to the upside. I am gonna be a lot more confident with my trades if this happens. Okay, which means trading isn't gonna be stressful for me. So this is actually a good tip for you guys. You find a really good setup, something that you would enter every day if you get this setup, and only wait for that setup to complete. Okay, so for example, if you're waiting for price to take out all that structure right here to then enter a buy position, but that does not happen, and instead of that, let's say price breaks above that, well, then that means you're just waiting for exactly the same setup later on, whether it's the next day or even next week. Okay, if you manage to do that, if you manage to be disciplined enough to do that, trust me, your trading is gonna get a lot better than it is now. And I hope your trading is going well right now. Okay, to be honest, we've had pretty decent market conditions recently. Um, it wasn't like that, I think, at the end of last year, or at least personally for me. But since the beginning of this year, we've had pretty decent opportunities because for me, I usually trade pound dollar the most. But since the beginning of the year, it's mainly gold. Why? Because you look at this massive uptrend right here, and just look at that. Like I said, we didn't have that many pullbacks, right? Within this whole trend right here, we literally had just this pullback, which kind of stands out when you look price action like this. But other than that, we've just been looking to buy, okay? And we've been talking about buying gold since the end of last year, all right? Because usually every January, the beginning of every year, gold goes up, and you can check that on your chart. You can double check it to see that I'm actually talking facts. But this year it wasn't just January, it was February, March, and we'll see. I'm actually expecting to see bullish price action this year, this month as well, and it's already the beginning of April. All right, it's a new quarter, so we'll see how it's gonna go. We may see some major pullbacks across the instrument, but that is absolutely fine. We're gonna be ready for that. We're not gonna rush with our entries, and so I believe we're gonna be good. So anyways, this is the 1 hour time frame. If you look at the 15-minute chart, or in fact the 5-minute chart, okay, it looks like we do see that reversal right here. Okay, so we've got this structure, price broke above that, came back for a retest, and now we're testing those previous minor highs. Okay, so I feel like we're going to see that momentum continuing and breaking above this high as well. Of course, I'm not sure whether this is going to happen, but if you currently have any entries, you know, in a long trade, obviously keep them open. But if you're looking to enter at current price levels, there's one tip that I can actually give you. You make your entry down here, or you make your entry anywhere up here and you wait for price to go up. Now, as soon as it tests the previous highs right here, and if you see a strong reversal signal, so let's say a long rejection wick to the upside and then price closing down here, or even as a bearish candle, and you see those rejections, that means you either move your stops to break even or you close your trade up here, because we never know whether price will actually be able to break above previous structure. Of course, we've got the confirmation from a long-term trend, a trend from the higher time frames, and we kind of have a confirmed market direction. But like I said, especially with gold, you never know when you're going to see a deeper pullback. What we see currently, that's absolutely fine for now. But if there is a continuation of this pullback, well, then we wouldn't know where exactly this pullback will end. I mean, we can guess, of course, using Fibonacci levels and so on. But for now, I will be looking for that upside continuation. But anyways, anywhere within this area is where we may actually see that reversal to the upside. So be careful with your entries here. So what's going on with the majors? Kind of a slow price action for now, right around the opening of the session. So let's see how it goes. All right, there is some bearish momentum currently on pound dollar. You see pound dollar is pushing down and the euro isn't doing that much of a movement at the moment. So let's check it out. Now, if we have hourly candle that closes above the previous one, this is going to be a really strong signal for a continuation to the upside. So we'll see how it goes. Now, if you're going to be looking to make an entry now, this is going to be very aggressive, especially if you're, placing your stops down here. If you're looking for those type of trades, very aggressive entries, you have to use a lower lot size. So if, let's say, you usually use 1% to enter your trades, that's going to be maybe not even 0.5 but 0.3, all right? And then let's say you see a higher low and then you add another 0.3 or another 0.5 depending on what is your risk appetite. So keep that in mind because these are very aggressive entries. Okay, you basically have no confirmation that price will go go to the upside from current price levels. You're trying to guess, so that's why you use less risk. Because anyone who rushed with their entries right here has now been taken out, as you can see. So we're gonna have the 30-minute candles closing in about 4 or 5 minutes. So we'll see how the 30-minute candle goes. So let's see, we can easily do something like this here on gold. And if that happens, this is going to be valid entry. But again, this is going to be one of those aggressive entries. All right. So got to be careful with that. I do like that we're testing this area down here and we're not breaking below it, but this is not an entry signal. I don't want you to take it as an entry signal, right? This is just me thinking out loud. But again, if let's say we drop down here to take out this structure and we're still within this area, and then we get a reversal with a nice bullish candle, then for me, this will usually be, an entry signal. Now, whether will I enter this trade? I can't tell because I don't want to kind of give you signals. People take everything that I say literally and they would open a trade immediately. So I don't want you to take anything as an entry signal. Just trying to show you what is my thinking process, especially when it comes to day trading and looking for trades on the lower time frames, because a lot of people struggle with that. And mostly they struggle with patience. Because, you see that rejection right here, you would already enter a trade. But I'm always looking for more and more confirmation. Because when you're trading the 5-minute time frame, for example, and you're looking at the chart every single day, and throughout the whole day, of course, if you've got time, the time for it, you're gonna find entries all the time. So you may end up having 20, 30, 40 trades every single day if you're not controlling yourself. See, this is what I'm talking about. And we can also easily take out this low as well. It's not a major low or anything like this. Remember, this is only the 5-minute time frame. So we're currently reacting to that 38.2 level, okay, right around 3,130. Then we've got the 61.8, which is down here. So that means price taking out this low, okay, testing the 61.8, and then eventually going higher. Now, for me personally, this will be a much better setup. But you know, obviously we need to be patient with this one. The point is that you should never feel like you're missing out an entry, because if you don't enter a trade here and then price continues to the upside, well, then you have new structure. So you just wait for the retest of this structure and then look for a continuation to the upside again. So if you don't make your entry right here, well, then you're most likely going to get another chance. Sometimes you don't, but this is fine. Being more conservative is only going to help you. Okay, you're not going to lose profit because you're a conservative trader, not in the long term. And you should always look at things in the long run. All right. Checking out 30-minute candles on euro dollar, bit of an indecision right here. Um, Kind of a bearish candle here on pound dollar, and at least for now, it looks like gold is actually rejecting higher levels and it's about to continue to the downside. I mean, this is what we see from those rejection wicks. You know, you need to keep that in mind. However, it doesn't mean that we can't go bullish, because as soon as price finds some momentum, it can literally create one bullish candle that comes to the previous highs again, and this is going to be a signal in the opposite direction. So let's wait and let's see what's going to happen next. The thing is, if we break below this structure right here on gold, I would be looking for this area right around, 3,124 down to around the 61.8, which is 3,118. So anywhere within this area is where I'm potentially going to be looking for price to give me that reversal. And that's if we break below that. So what do we have? We currently have the 61.8 here on pound dollar. That's a perfect test of that. 1.2907 is the level. We also have this previous minor structure. So we could potentially see the next bullish move from current price levels. Now we're still quite bearish, so I want to make an entry right now, okay? But looking at this, we could potentially do something like this and then get that reversal and go back to the upside. So let's see how it goes. Still within the first hour of the session. I don't like euro dollar though. Pretty much a sideways movement here on pound yen. When you look at the lower time frames. But right now I would prefer to trade the majors. If you want to trade the euro, for example, I would go for euro dollar. And if you're looking for entries on the pound, I would go for pound dollar. And right now I'm just gonna skip the euro yen and pound yen because, like I said, on the 1 hour time frame, I really want to see price taking out this previous structure right here. Okay, and if we do that, this is going to be good. And I'm going to be looking for long entries, but not at current price levels. So for now, I'm focusing on euro dollar and pound dollar mainly. And watch out for that 1 hour candle. Like I said, if we have a bullish 1 hour candle closing above the previous one, it's going to be a good signal. You're trading around the 61.8 here on pound dollar. I want to see what's going to happen now. If we break below that level with a strong momentum, then that probably means we're going to be looking for a move towards the previous low and maybe even lower. Hello. Hi, Vince. So, how is it going? Some nice bearish momentum here on gold. Yeah, I am as well. If I get a setup on pound dollar though, I'm probably gonna go for pound dollar. The euro is just not moving that much. So what exactly are you waiting for? For me, a good confirmation would be the 1 hour time frame closing above the previous 1 hour chart, the previous 1 hour candle. Right here. If that happens, this is going to be a really good confirmation. But otherwise, we see more bearish pressure at the beginning of the session today. Okay, I see. I do want to go long on gold as well, but the thing is, I don't yet have an entry model forming up. But let's see, we're now approaching this area down here. So if I get a nice reversal within this area, I'm gonna go for a long trade. Otherwise, I won't. And I'm looking at those levels close to price action because I'm actually not expecting that much of a pullback, even though we have a strong momentum candle right here. But let's give it a bit more time and see what happens next. Because if that pullback continues here on gold, I'm just gonna leave it alone and then, you know, maybe check out the New York session later today. But let's see. Still early to say though. So what's going on with euro dollar? Not doing much, to be honest. Just trading sideways. At least we've got some movement here on pound dollar, even though it's a bearish move. I do like when price is actually moving. So yeah, watch around the 61.8 level right here. Let's see. Yes, I'm essentially looking for a long trade. Um, but not yet. I don't yet have a confirmation. Overall, I have a long bias, and I feel like we're gonna see, you know, higher low if you look at the 1 hour time frame. So that's my idea. Now, are we gonna break below all that structure right here? I don't know. We could, but I feel like there's a bit more room to the upside, and then we may kind of form a deeper pullback. But before that, I feel like we're going to continue higher to at least retest the previous highs, which means if I'm looking at the 15-minute time frame, I'm going to have a decent risk to reward ratio as long as I manage to find a good entry. But I'm not rushing into any trades. I mean, what I see right now is exactly the opposite from what I want to see in order to enter a long trade. For now, price is just, you know, kind of bearish. But this is what I talked about earlier in the session. You know, we've got this structure right here, and you can see that a little bit better on the 5-minute time frame. So we have taken this out now, And if I'm going to be going for the long trade, I need to see kind of a higher structure right here as well. If I don't see that, I'm not going to be looking to enter any trades, at least not for now. Which for me personally, it means that I am expecting that euro dollar will probably go back to the upside as well. But it really depends what kind of targets you're looking for, because I'm talking about overall bullish direction, which means, let's say if you have this low, I'm not expecting for price to break below that. It doesn't mean it's not going to break below that though, because we can do something like this and then a reverse. And technically, we're still going to have a higher low, right? So again, it really depends what kind of targets you're looking for. And it doesn't mean I'm right, of course. So I don't want to make you give up on your trading idea. Just we also have this level right here. And yeah, we had a lot of movement around this previous low. So we're now entering the same area right here. But the thing is, we did have some momentum. However, we could not manage to break above previous highs. So we only fought this much of a move, and then we've got another downside move. So that's not a good signal, you see. Hmm. We'll give it another 10 minutes and I'm gonna end the session. Yeah, trading is being good. This is what I said in the beginning of the session, that recently gold has been very good to us, at least in my opinion, because you know you've got this upside continuation, a little bit of a pullback, and then you've got another move to the upside. So it's been kind of easy to trade gold, and I usually don't trade gold that much. For me, it's mainly pound dollar, um, and then gold. But recently, I've been focusing on gold. Um, to kind of look for entries there more often, because I had good results on gold. So yeah, it's been fine. Not that stressful as it usually is, because trading within such a strong uptrend, you know, just have a look at this. It's literally probably since the beginning of the year. It's kind of easy, so I'm trying to make the most out of it while it's moving in such a strong upside direction. I'm only looking to buy in. It makes trading a little bit more easier. But other than that, you know, trying to do as much content as I can. Um, Started doing those live sessions in what I think I've already got about 30 or 40 of those live sessions. I do them twice a week, and it's fine. Everything is good. How about you? Yeah, of course. Positive mindset is the most important. Yeah, whenever you go deal with some personal stuff and you still want to trade, you just start looking at the higher time frames. Now, I can already see some reaction here on gold, but I'm definitely not rushing with my entries because we can easily see something like this. So I don't consider this as an entry signal, just so people know, because I did say earlier that as soon as we drop into this area down here, I'm going to be looking for potential entries, and we can now see some bullish momentum, but like I said, this is not enough for me. It kind of looks alright, but this is only the 5 minute time frame. I don't really trust the 5 minute candlestick patterns, not that they don't work, but I would much rather wait for, let's say, a 30 minute candlestick pattern to form. Or even the 15 minute is a lot better. But one candle only is just not enough in this case. So anyways, guys, I think I'm gonna end it here. So watch out for those reversals: euro dollar, pound dollar, and obviously gold as well. Okay. Now, if I have to say which one I think it will potentially provide us the best opportunity, I would say it's gold. But again, this is not an entry signal. Do not use this as an entry signal. Just watch out for price action around current price levels, because we may see that continuation to the upside from around here. And if not, if we break below this area right here, then that probably means we may have an entry later on today. However, as long as price gives you a nice reversal within this area, okay, we've already touched that area once, okay, so watch out for what's going to happen right here. If we have a candle closing like this, okay, just like this right now, this is the 15-minute candle that just closed, you know, and if we have another one that closes above this one, okay, a nice bullish candle, especially above this candle, well, then you could potentially look for entries. So it's important to see how this next 15-minute candle will close. In fact, let's have a look at the hourly chart. You see, I don't like the hourly though. So if I'm looking at the hourly time frame, to me it looks like we may have some more rejection before that reversal. Okay, so keep that in mind. And yeah, what about the same thing with the 1 hour candle on pound dollar? Okay, looks like euro dollar is struggling to push to the downside, which most likely means it will be, you know, once we start going back to the upside, we may have more momentum in euro dollar. But that it doesn't really matter for me. I'm mainly focusing on gold and pound dollar. So we'll see how it's gonna go. You know, I do like what I see so far, but it's just not enough for me to enter a trade. You too, Vetsava. I'll see you in the next one Thursday. All right. So yes, I think I'm gonna end it here, guys. Anyone who watches this stream for the first time, you haven't seen our channel before, make sure to subscribe. I'm doing live sessions twice a week. Not only that, but we are also preparing more content for you guys. And we have just released some free courses on our website. Okay. So go and check them out, trendlineforex.com. If you have any questions, find me on Telegram. There's a link down below. Join the free Telegram first, and then you can find my contact links in there as well. Okay, I'll see you guys in the next one.